Hello guys, I am Max from NepMax Gaming. So today's video is about top 5 must-have Arcanes in Warframe. If you guys like this content and haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing the channel, it would help me a lot. So without any delay, let's begin. In number 5 we have Arcane Avenger. There aren't many methods of gaining additive critical chance on weapons in Warframe. Besides Warframes like Harrow, your options for increasing the critical chance on status-heavy weapons are limited. Luckily, Arcane Avenger exists to make those weapons viable critical weapons as well. When the player takes damage, they have a 21% chance to gain a 45% additive critical chance to all of their attacks for 12 seconds. While this is a rare drop from Hydralists, this allows nearly every weapon in the game to critically hit. Weapons with high critical multipliers, such as the Kuva Nucor and the Amprex, will particularly benefit from this arcane. Best of all, Warframe abilities are affected by this buff. If you want to reliably crit with Excalibur's Exalted Blade or Atlas Landslide, this arcane is for you. Moving on to number 4. In number 4 we have Arcane Aegis. After shield gating was introduced to Warframe, shield regeneration builds have become a niche but potent build archetype. For those unaware, players become invulnerable for 1.3 seconds after their shields are broken. If your shields are broken while partway charged, the duration is 0.33 seconds. This means that if you can find a way to constantly regain your shield, you become invulnerable to all non-toxin damage. Arcane Aegis is an excellent way to exploit shield gating on all of your Warframes that have shields. When your shields take damage, this arcane has a 3% chance to regenerate 30% of your shields per second for 12 seconds. Since this also activates your Warframe's base shield regeneration, your character is always regenerating their shield, meaning the shield gate invulnerability window always gets reactivated. A 3% chance sounds horrible on paper, but this can easily be exploited through one mod, Rolling Guard. If you activate Rolling Guard while your shields are recharged, any damage you take can activate Arcane Aegis. Roll into a group of enemies, get shot at, then enjoy a 12-second invulnerability window. When the duration is almost up, simply activate Rolling Guard again to reactivate the effect. As long as you are mindful of your buffs and positioning, this arcane makes you nearly invincible. If you pair Arcane Aegis with Arcane Resistance, nothing can kill you. Moving on to number 3. In number 3 we have Arcane Energize. This arcane is a shell of its former self. It has a 15-second cooldown, requires 21 of the same legendary arcane to reach its peak effectiveness, and it still isn't guaranteed when you grab an energy orb. So why is it still on the list? Well, it's still one of the strongest means of gaining energy in Warframe. A single energy orb will grant 150 energy to you and nearby allies. While it can only do this once every 15 seconds, 150 energy is nothing to scoff at. Players can easily drop some power efficiency on their build if they're running this arcane, indirectly allowing them to equip more ability strength or ability duration mods. This energy return also occurs if you're in a channeled ability such as Ember's Inferno. Definitely get your hands on a rank 5 version of Arcane Energize, but consider doing so after you have other arcanes mentioned on this list. Energize's rarity makes it absurdly expensive unless Operation Scarlet Spear is active. Moving on to number 2. In number 2 we have Magus Elevate. Magus Elevate is a must-have arcane, regardless of how often you use your operator. While equipped, this arcane has a 95% chance to heal your Warframe for 300 HP whenever you exit operator mode. Elevate's 300 HP heal is instant and doesn't have a cooldown, meaning players can spam their operator button to repeatedly heal their Warframe. It turns your operator transfer button into a panic heal whenever you need it, proving invaluable in higher level content. Every Warframe player needs this arcane. So in number 1 we have Weapon Arcanes. Since primary and secondary weapons now have arcanes, they've quickly become mandatory in just about every endgame build in Warframe. Primary and secondary weapons can use Merciless, Deadhead, or Dexterity arcanes to increase their damage by up to 360%, far more than what Serration and even Hornet Strike can provide. These arcanes also provide a secondary effect that can be quite useful for certain loadouts. Merciless, plus 30% reload speed, plus 100% ammo maximum. Deadhead, plus 30% to headshot multiplier, minus 50% recoil. Dexterity, plus 7.5s to melee combo duration, plus 60% holster speed. The type of weapon arcane you use will boil down to your playstyle or build, but they're all an objective upgrade over your common base damage mods, freeing up a mod slot to socket in more potent damage or quality of life effects. If you want to make the absolute best weapon builds in Warframe, you're going to need a weapon arcane. So guys, that's it for the video. If you think I have missed anything or if you don't agree with the list, please comment down below. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.